Jen, and today I want to give you a close-up look at the new tattered lace dies that we're adding to the topdogdies.com site in February. The first one that I want to show you is this new iris die. It has a lot of great detail, and the fun part about this one, you'll see I cut it out of multiple colors, is that the center little petal is three-dimensional, so you can easily pop that out. And what I like to do is cut out multiple layers of different colors of this die so that I can piece them together for the front of a card. For example, like on this card, I cut out a green piece and a pattern paper with some purple in it and piece those together and put that on the front of the card. Makes a really nice, easy shape to put on the front of a A2 card. The iris is about 4 1/8 inch high. So the next shape that we can look at is the guitar, which is a fun shape that it's hard to find. I don't see a lot of dies like this. And it just pops out this really nice little about 3 1/4 inch guitar. You can see that I added it to the front of this card here. It's a fun little card. And there's a lot of intricate shapes in here, but they're all pieced together. So you simply just use your adhesive. You can use spray adhesive for any of these dies. It's really easy on the back of them since there are a lot of intricate details. Or you can use like a zig two-way glue pen after you cut it out and simply lay it down on a piece of paper and apply that adhesive to the back of the die cut. So that's our second die. The third die is really fun. This is the His Transport Embellishments die set, and there are actually 3 different little shapes with this. You can leave these either all pieced together, or you can use your wire cutters, something like this, to separate them and cut them apart. It's really up to you. So in this one, there is a bicycle shape, which is adorable. And there's a motorbike or motorcycle, and there's also one of these high wheel kind of old time bicycles. And I cut out some shapes so you could see them, cut out of cardstock. These would be really cute. I can't wait to make a card out of these. Really cute shapes. So that's the third die. The next die that we have is, I know our snow globe reindeer was really popular in the tattered lace line. Here's another one that's very similar in shape, in the outside shape. This is the Oriental scene, Oriental circle scene die. And there's actually a bird shape in the center, and then I love this outside detail where it has the little tiny circles cut out all the way around. And what you can do is you can cut out multiple shapes again, multiple colors, and layer them. And this just shows you all of the detail, especially even in the bird there. There are just a lot of just line details to really make that pop. I put together this card so you can see, and this is another tattered lace corners die that we carry on the site, but you can see here how I cut out the orange and then just pieced that together and laid that on the top. And instead of actually laying it directly on top of the same shape, I just offset it just the tiniest bit so that you could see a little shadow behind it, gave it an interesting detail. The next shape we have is the Chantilly flourish die, and this one's really interesting how you can work with this many different ways. You'll see at these 2 corners that there's a break in the blades or the ridges that would cut out your paper. And how you can use this is, for example, on here I have just a 5 inch by 5 inch, I believe, piece of paper, and I cut out my shape and ran it through my die cutter. Then you can see how it simply cut the shape out of the corner and it left it intact with the piece of paper. Now this is great to be able to simply put some adhesive on the back of that and layer that on a mat and then add my other detail in my card over here, and I have this all contained in one piece. But if I wanted to, I could also simply make 2 little snips in this corner and then have another die cut that's separate that I can use wherever I want. And if I want to take that another step further, all I'd have to do is take my little scissors and get right in there and take some little cuts in the corner. And then some other one right in the middle, if I want to add some detail there, and simply cut that apart. Now I have the piece that's just a little bit smaller. And I can even take that even further and cut out any of these pieces in here to make other different shapes that I want. The last shape that we have to go through is the With Love Interlocking die. And when you get this, it will look like this, and it's all pieced together. And again, just take your wire cutters to cut this apart. And then when you cut out those shapes, you'll see that you get all of these different pieces. This actually comes out in 4 different pieces. You'll have your With Love, and then you'll have your different frames. This is just a plain oval you can use, or you can just set that aside. And you can see on this one card how I cut this out of multiple different colors and then layered those together. Now on this one I put it horizontal, but it's actually meant to be a vertical shape. And what's neat about the Tattered Lace Interlocking dies is that they're made to interchange with each other. So you can see when you cut this out that this flower on the With Love layers up exactly on the flowers on the frame. So you know exactly where to center that. And this is interchangeable with the other interlocking dies as well.